All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Our next guest, the founder of Music on the Inside, Community Outreach Coordinator for Music on the Inside, and lead director and trained guitarist of MOTI Reentry Dream Band. And they join us to speak about how the nonprofit is providing a platform for jazz musicians who have turned adversity into artistry and to shine a light on their upcoming Juneteenth Jazz Jubilee. So please give them a big warm welcome and a big round of applause. And Alina Bloomgarden is here with David O'Rourke and Mikell Green-Grand. Welcome to the
Thank
show.
you so much.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing?
Thank you.
I mean, you
Thank
guys
you.
are in different parts of the world or different parts of the state or different parts of the country. Where are you guys
We're
talking
all in the
from?
tri-state area,
You're in
mostly.
The
music on
tri-state
the
area?
inside. Yeah. We work in New York City, in Queens, in Bronx, and Brooklyn. You know, we're all over here. And David O'Rourke, the head of our reentry band, is in New Jersey, but he comes to the city to work with our people. So.
By way of Ireland?
Dublin, Ireland, yeah.
There you go. All right, so how did it all start for you guys? And how did you guys come together?
I think I should start because I was inspired by Louis Armstrong. I learned that Louis Armstrong, I did a show for,
Baby.
that's it. I produced a show about Louis Armstrong at Lincoln Center. And in the process, I learned that he was arrested when he was 11 or 12 years old and sent to the Colored Waifs Home for Boys, where they had a boys band and a music teacher. And it was his first real music education, and it changed his life. And I just thought, what are we doing for incarcerated youth and adults today? I knew nothing about criminal justice, but now we're 10 years old and I've learned a bit. And it's so beautiful to see the transformation that can happen with music.
Yes. Music on the Inside. Who came up with the name?
I came up with the name. I was talking to friends. How should I name it? And then it was like, that's it. Music on the Inside. So
There you go. And where were you when you came up with that name? Some people say they were, it was in the middle of the night. Some people say I was in the shower.
I remember almost exactly. I was sitting on the couch talking to a friend on the phone, and that was it. Yeah, trying out different names, and then that's it. Yeah.
And how did you guys get involved?
Well, I was lucky enough to be introduced to Mikell Green-Grand through the founder of the Fortune Society. David Rothenberg recommended him, and he's really wonderful, reaching out to people who've been impacted, and he has experience himself, and he can talk for himself.
David?
And David and I met confidentially because a famous jazz musician that we both knew had died, and we bonded over that. You can talk about that. And he's been wonderful working with our Reentry Dream Band.
All right.
Yeah.
So talk about it. How did the band come together?
Should I take it or
I just want to say, so these are people that we work with in the prison that showed interest. We have prison music classes. Guys that really show interest. We continue with them once they get out. We match them up with a musician as a mentor. And as you said earlier, a lot of jazz musicians want to help, and we provide the opportunity for them to share the love of music with people who already love music but never had the opportunity to really study.
David, do you play?
I do. I'm a jazz guitar player, and I'm an arranger of music, or, orchestrator and arranger.
Yeah. What? You said you play the guitar?
I play guitar.
Yeah.
A little piano, but not enough to get arrested.
I understand. And Mikell?
So I didn't hear the beginning of the question, but let me just say this. I came to know Mrs. Bloomberg through my affiliation with the Fortune Society and David Rothenberg. And I have, for the last nearly 4 years now, been working as the outreach coordinator for Music on the Inside. And it is my pleasure and my duty to find people interested in music who are in reentry and to place and to put a musical instrument in their hand and to begin a term of mentorships with not only myself, but also with a professional musician. We're really very fortunate. I'm very fortunate because of Alina's extensive background, she being the founding producer of jazz at Lincoln Center. So that I have I would say, a star roster of musicians who I am able to put with a mentor. And they share many life stories and challenges. And it is, for me, one of the greatest values of my life is to go into a NYCHA housing project and to place an instrument into a hand of a young man who perhaps once before carried something else, uh, trouble to his life. And now I put an instrument, a guitar, a horn, a trumpet in his hands, and watch him walk from where I am in my car or my truck, and watch him walk through his neighborhood, and then take that instrument into his home, into his family, into this village that he lives in.
Yeah.
And now he becomes a musician.
How many years have you guys been working
pleasure.
together?
Well, MOTI is just in its 10th anniversary year. Mikell and I, it's just only 4 years. It seems even longer. David and I just met this year, but it's been amazing because our Reentry Dream Band has just kind of come together now. We meet once a month. We break bread together. We rehearse, and they're going to be at the Newport Jazz Festival. But the main thing is we're going to feature them in the Bronx this month at Il Soleil Restaurant on Juneteenth, June 19th. And then our big concert of the year, our Juneteenth Jazz Jubilee at Ethical Culture in Adler Hall on June 21st. And that's when we bring top jazz musicians performing with formerly incarcerated musicians. And we'd love everyone from the Bronx to join us, and we'd love you to be with us. You're a wonderful speaker. Maybe you can be part of us one of these days.
Thank you. Oh, she's getting me involved. Okay, here we go.
Here you go. That's how it is. That's how it works.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for that invite, too. You guys have been playing all over the place. Now, the band, this is going to be the next project, June 19th? June 19th
at Il Soleil Restaurant. That's part of the band. A small group with David and our wonderful blues harmonica player, Charles Walker, and a couple of other musicians. And then the full Reentry Band will be part of our June 21st, Juneteenth Jazz Jubilee.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many members are there in the band?
8.
All right.
Yeah. And it's been amazing work. There's so many talented people who have been impacted by incarceration, and music is just one of the most immediate ways to connect with our shared humanity. People just connect.
Yeah.
It's really important work.
Any wonderful stories that can be shared about the people who have come from this to what you're doing now?
Oh, I can tell one. I always think of one of our gentlemen who served 46 years in prison, kept himself alive through his love of music, never had real teaching. And he talks about the fact that when he came out, he's worked with Don Braden on saxophone, a famous jazz musician, as his mentor. He has an amazing flute teacher, Barbara Cecil, who trained in Juilliard. And to see his growth in these I guess we connected with him around the beginning of COVID, when we weren't in the prison. So we started doing music while we're inside, Zoom concerts. And we featured him, and then we connected him with mentors, and he's been just one of the stories.
Yeah. Do you also tour the prisons, the different, because we used to do things at Rikers Island and in upstate New York and then in New Jersey. What we would do, bring the turntables and have people interact with us.
Yeah.
We're bringing the inmates, and we have singers and dancers and comedians and people who rap, so we'll have like a little contest amongst the inmates. Do you guys go in and entertain the inmates?
We always have a culminating concert in our prison program so that the people we're working with get a chance to perform with their fellows. And we feel that it's great to do a show, but it's even more important to give someone something they can work on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you run into people that say, hey, Dr. Bob, thank you so much for coming in when we were down and out. We really, really appreciate that. We remember that. So it really, really touches the lives of people who are there. Thank you guys for all that you're doing. David, I know you've been playing for some time. You're going to hit that guitar. You ready?
I'm ready. And, to just add to what Alina said, an awful lot of people think if you're in a mentorship role, they think it's a one-way street, that
Uh-huh.
it's all the positivity is coming from the mentors well, it's very much a two-way street where basically you see the joy that music brings. You're reminded after years of performing to be able to discover how much music has meant to people who've had various different, incarceration doesn't always mean guilt, right? I come from a country where a lot of our people were, Round Up the Usual Suspects was a famous book in Ireland. So I always think of that how people, if you're incarcerated and maybe if you didn't make a mistake, that you were the wrong guy, as we hear about, and still kept yourself alive through music and through prayer, in the case for people who had faith.
Yeah.
So experience that firsthand, dealing with. It's probably the height of positivity for me to see what the mentees that I'm working with.
Yeah.
It's like that sticker on the animal rescue car, who rescued who.
Yeah.
I get so much from seeing.
Yeah. That helps you out too. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I have 30 seconds. Mikell, you want to dive in there for a hot second? Mikell, you hear me?
Yeah, one of the things that I should say I'd like to. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things that's been happening with the Dream Band, one of the things I'd like to share is that we've been rehearsing and practicing at Alina's home, at her house. And to see this woman open up her home with food and, we bring desserts. And then to watch this band, it's organic, but to watch it grow, to see each of us kind of stretch ourselves and to make room for this band, preparing for our the Newport Jazz Festival, and by way also preparing for our Juneteenth Jazz Festival, Juneteenth Jazz Jubilee. So to see us all stretch to become more involved and to make ourselves open in this space for this has really been something rewarding for, I think, all of us.
Music on the inside, harmony and hope in criminal justice. Thank you guys so much. There
Can
it
I
is
tell
right
you?
there.
Can I tell people to get our website?
Thank you. Yeah, give me the website real quick. They're going to wrap me up.
www.musiconytheinside.org. Check it out, and you can get your tickets through there.
There you go. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for sharing, all right? And keep doing what you're doing, man. We love it. We love it. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.